Yeah, same with Mortal Kombat.
So
The Mortal Kombat on the SNES had the green blood, and on the Sega Genesis it was blood.
I think there was a cheat code you could put in to make that green blood red again.
ABACABB.
damn.
Yes, sir.
But I do have not a question. Have you guys seen any of the new game stuff that's come out, like the new game handhelds, and games that are coming out in the future, like Steam Deck, and what was the other one? Mateo, Playdate.
The Playdate looks so dumb, but I want it so bad.
Explain to me the Playdate, or the people too, because I don't really have much idea on that one.
The Playdate looks goofy. The Playdate looks like this fat yellow Game Boy with a hand crank on the side.
Oh, okay. I saw that.
And is just going to have a bunch of weird indie games that are going to be, they claim it's not going to be gimmicky. I think there's no way this thing has not become gimmicky. But I am such a sucker for stupid gadgets like that like they might get my $150 here on Thursday. I think Thursday is when it goes live for pre-orders.
$150 for
That's
a hand crank game?
Well, it's also got,
it's like a Game Boy with a hand
but you
crank.
started up with a hand crank, right?
No, the hand crank is a control for certain games for some reason.
Like, imagine they put a slot machine in as a game, and they're like, "All right, you got to use the hand crank to pull the lever on the slot machine or something like that."
Or like a fishing game, and you have to like fish with it.
Well, I was thinking so different. I was thinking like you got to
you
charge it up,
to
crank that shit up, and you got like a limited time because of the power, or you got to re-crank it.
Those are like those old school radios, right?
Yeah.
Then you gotta let them ham radios. You gotta crank them up. They'll work for a little while.
That shit's funny. That's what I was like, this is so ridiculous. It's like a workout.
No, I'm really considering pre-ordering it just because I love stupid shit like that. I definitely have a pre-order in for the Steam Deck.
Ah, yes, the Steam Deck.
I'm pretty stoked for that. I don't know if it's going to be a Switch competitor.
No.
I don't know if that's the space they're trying to occupy, honestly.
I don't think so. I think the emphasis is just on more mobile gaming since, phone, like PUBG Mobile has become so popular. They might be just trying to get into some sort of space like that. But I think the appeal of being able to take a majority of your Steam library anywhere you want to go is a good thing,
I have like a billion fucking indie games on Steam that are just platformers. I just need like 2 buttons and a D-pad, and I could play most of them. So it's like, like for me, a Steam Deck would be cool. Because ever since the pandemic, I've been working in this room, and I just haven't played my PC because I'm like, I don't want to be in this room.
I saw your post on Twitter about that. You were responding to that thread about like, how do you separate your work life and blah? And you were like, I run out of the room as fast as fucking possible.
And I don't go back in. I only record the podcast in here, which is not too bad. And I think of this as work too. So it's like coming in here to work, and I do all my editing on my laptop. I play my games on my console now. So having a Steam Deck would be cool because I could like start buying more games on Steam again.
Cory's one of the reasons why I'm excited about the Steam Deck. I go over to his house and kick it. It'd be cool to just take the Steam Deck over. We could play some games. We do co-working sessions sometimes. I mean, Cory's not going back to the office still for another few months. I'm indefinitely work from home, and it might be some kind of hybrid situation. So like, sounds cool. It's not going to be like super high-end gaming, but Steam did come out this week, and they claim that the full library, there's no Steam game that is not going to work on the Steam Deck.
That's insane.
Whether that's true or not, that's what they're currently claiming.
I find that unbelievable.
I can't wait for it, honestly. I do want to pre-order it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'll hold off and see how you guys play with it and stuff, because I have a Switch. I don't play enough of it now, but a Steam Deck is appealing because there is a bunch of games like FTL I can play on the go, or a bunch of indie games, and you can play any PC game is on your hand now. So it's like, at that point now, I just need a good internet connection with my Steam Deck anywhere I go to be able to use it. And and then it's cool too, because you can put wireless USB connectors for the keyboard and mouse, and you could be on your couch. Fucking, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and you don't even need
the internet.
Yeah, you don't need the internet at all. Like
to play online, you would need
sure,
it.
I guess I'm gonna say like this is gonna be one of just straight up one of the best consoles that is gonna exist, because not only are you gonna have access to the whole Steam library, but they're already saying you're gonna have access to like an operating system to like install whatever it is you want to install. So people are talking about installing emulators on the thing. People are talking about installing like GOG, like Good Old Games, which is another like store like Steam, but it focuses more on like old PC games that you don't, people don't really have access to. So you could play like the old Blade Runner PC game. You could play like the old like Metal Gear Solid 1 as an example on your Steam Deck. It only exists on that store. It's not on Steam. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you get access to a lot of old PC games as well. And then just cool stuff like you got Final Fantasy 1 through 9 or something just on Steam or whatever. It's like there's no single console that has that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that the Steam Deck would be the only place where you could play all those games legitimately, like not on emulator and stuff like that.
They even said you can install the Epic Store, which is crazy. Like you'd think that they would have blocked that shit down, but I've heard the best way to think about it is it's basically like a $400 budget computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a crazy entry price. You can't. I don't know that I could build a gaming system for $400. It'd be tough. It'd be real tough.
They could play Cyberpunk 2077. They're saying they could play every fucking game. That's what
they're saying. Now they're not guaranteeing any particular settings on this. So that Cyberpunk 2077 may look like a PS1 game by the time you're able to get it to run on this thing.
Yeah, they were saying, I read an article that was talking about that most of the high-end games would run at like medium settings around 30 to 40 FPS.
I mean, it's not bad for mobile.
Yeah.
On mobile with a 720p screen, like that's fine.
That's my problem with it.
If they get into like trying to add Steam Link capabilities to it, like hooking it up to your TV and things like that, that would be kind of interesting. Yeah, that's my life now. That's what you got to look forward to.
There is a dock that they're releasing for it.
Yeah. Is there? Okay.
And you can just use a standard USB-C to like HDMI or DisplayPort cable to plug it into a TV.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
And the cool thing is when you're at home, if it's going to do the Steam Link thing, the hardware on the system doesn't even matter because it's just going to do the big picture mode from your own personal gaming system.
Yeah, which they're revamping the whole big picture thing too.
Oh damn!
Oh, he's showing us his gun.
Hey man, you can't put those guns on the internet, dude. Let me stop. Yeah. So the only reason I didn't pre-order it, I felt like the price point was a bit high. Like for something that's like not proven yet. I don't want to, especially, and I think there was the $399 one, but it didn't have that much hard drive space. So I wanted to get the one that was $550, and that's just, it felt steep. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, $550, like that's a lot. And then on top of all of that, I'm looking at the track record that Valve has with hardware, like even the Steam Link shit, like they could do so much with it that they're just not doing. The Steam controllers, I think they made 2 different versions of them. Both cool pieces of tech, but they just don't invest in the Steam Machine shit that they were coming out with, like those like budget PCs and things like that. They didn't give a fuck. Like they kind of, they just kind of sort of tried it, but they're like, we don't really care that much. So I don't know. I find the whole internet's like super hyped off all this whatever. What's this thing called again? The Steam
Deck.
The Steam Deck. Yeah, everybody's super hyped about the Steam Deck, right? And I'm kind of hyped about it too. Like it looks interesting, but like what's tempering my hypeness is just like Steam Valve doesn't have a good track record with hardware, and they don't care about the hardware once it comes out. So I'd like to see like a little bit of care, a couple updates. Things like that. See how long they're gonna let you install whatever you want on that thing, and then I'll be like, all right, maybe after a couple months I'll get one. And I'm also seeing people on Twitter like say you could already do a lot of what the Steam Deck's doing with the Switch. Like you could the people jailbreak their Switch. It's a pretty foolproof method, and you could put emulators, Steam, just a whole bunch of apps on there. Obviously, it's not going to work as well as like a Steam Deck would since it's native. But yeah, I mean, just I've just seen people on Twitter do this already, and they buy like the different Joy-Cons, like more comfortable ones. It looks exactly like a Steam Deck, like the Switch.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what the hardware itself is like, because I liked the idea of the Steam Link. I've still don't use mine as much. I've got two of the things. I got one in my bedroom, one in my living room. I don't use them super often. I use them occasionally. The Steam controller has probably the steepest learning curve of any controller I've ever used in my life.
Oh yeah.
That thing is so weird to use.
Why? It's all the button mapping you can do to it?
It's the pads. It's the touch pads that it uses for instead of analog sticks. They are very weird, and they're putting those onto the Steam Deck. There's too many Steam names. And the control.
So the Steam Deck's gonna have joysticks and those things, or it's gonna have those things. Okay, so it's gonna have both.
I think it's got a joystick. Yeah, I think it's got a joystick on the left, and then it's got two analog pads.
No, there's two. There's two joysticks.
Are there two joysticks?
Yeah, okay. It's gonna have it on both sides, a joystick and a pad on either side.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. The joysticks are high. I don't like that either.
Yeah, the placement looks weird.
I remember the Wii U. The Wii U had those joysticks really high like that, and after a little while, it wasn't comfortable. You had to get that Wii U Pro remote.
Some of the
I'm not gonna lie. What the Steam Deck kind of looks like to me is one of my favorite handhelds of all time.
The Game Gear.
The Game Gear, yes.
Yeah. Game Gear was fire.
It was, and you know what? God bless my grandma. She got me a Game Gear for Christmas one year, and I was like, "Oh, this is the coolest thing ever." She bought a Game Boy game for it.
Oh my god!
So I was like, I could turn it on and play with some settings, but I had to wait until we returned the game and got a Game Gear game.
That's hilarious.
It was pretty good.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
That thing was pretty dope. I think that one was ahead of its time, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I mean, it took 6 AA batteries to power that thing, and it had a battery life about 4 hours. Like
it did. You know,
that thing destroyed batteries. Did it really?
It had a TV tuner cartridge you could put into it and just straight watch TV.
So for all the
did it have an LCD screen?
Yes.
Right. So that's insane. I just remember the colors on that thing were more vibrant than anything I'd ever seen at that time. Like there was nowhere that I could go to see Sonic look so good other than the Game Gear. Like,
so for all the listeners out there, this is what a Game Gear looks like.
Oh my God, this man's got a Game Gear.
Yeah, I still have X-Men in it. It shit still works. I lost the cover for it, but
look at that, 6 AA batteries. That thing was a beast. Yeah. I got the little power brick that went under it. It attached to the bottom and would power the thing.
Really? I didn't know it had that.
It added probably 5 pounds to the weight of that thing.
This thing survived down flights of. This thing was built to last. Mm-hmm. It still works. I got Shaq Fu and everything on this shit, bro. Like, what? You don't like Shaq Fu?
Nobody likes Shaq Fu.
She was kind of fire. Nobody.
How did he get that second one made?
He put his own money into it.
It was like a meme. Like it got made off of the meme of how bad Shaq Fu is.
Yeah, he was banking on internet points for that one.
I tell you, my holy grail of like outdated like hardware I want to find though. I want to find a fucking Sega Nomad.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
It's like the Game Gear, but it would play Genesis cartridges. Yeah. You could just put up Genesis games into there.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I had a Genesis and I enjoyed it, but there were just not that many games on the Genesis that were like good, like the SNES. Like I don't know.
I mean, the cool spot.
I got into the Genesis with Road Rash, and Road Rash. We got Mortal Kombat for the Genesis. We didn't get that for Super Nintendo. We had both, but it was all Mario World and Mario Kart on the SNES.
I think Primal Rage on the SNES was the edited version too. I think the Genesis had like the full like bloody fatalities and whatnot.
Yeah, same with Mortal Kombat.
So
the Mortal Kombat on the SNES had the green blood, and on the Sega Genesis it was blood.
I think there was a cheat code you could put in to make that green blood red again.
ABACABB. Yes, sir.
I want to give a huge shout out, real quick, just a real quick insert, to the battery company known as DG Home, because my Game Boy Color, these batteries been in here since I was 17 years old. Check this shit out, boys. That shit still turns on the Game Boy Color.
It didn't turn on, dude.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Did I not turn? Oh, I didn't go down. My bad. I didn't fucking go down. There we go.
What the fuck? How do you both have a Game Boy Color right next to you?
Readily available.
This is Becca's. This is my wife's.
Oh, she plays a lot of Pokemon on that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, he's got Pokemon in there too. What Pokemon game you got in there?
Gold. I got the gold one. Bro, like,
you have gold?
Yeah, Pokemon Gold.
Is that a Game Boy Color?
Yeah. That may not be a color game, but yeah.
You could play, because Gold is a Game Boy Advance game, no?
Look, the cartridge is a...
I know if you put a non-Game Boy Color game into a Game Boy Color, it would do some color scaling to it, I think. Wouldn't it? Maybe it wouldn't.
Yeah. I'm saying, though, that I thought that the Pokemon Gold and Silver came out on a generation of like a newer console.
No.
Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe they came out and maybe they're OG Game Boy games. I just didn't think so.
Maybe. I played Blue, Red, and Yellow. Those are the only Pokemon games I ever played on handheld.
Straight up Game Boy games.
I had those too, but I lost them like a dick.
Oh, and I guess I have the whatever the newest Pokemon is. Sword? Shield? I think I've got Shield.
Yeah.
I need to put more time into that.
Are you talking about these, Pucho? These old ones will have like multiple games in it?
No. No, I just looked it up. I'm wrong. Pokemon Gold and Silver are Game Boy games.
Have y'all heard of Pokemon Unite?
Mm-mm. What is that?
Apparently it's a Pokemon MOBA.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Is it good? I don't really get into MOBAs too much.
I don't know. I've never played it, but I was like, wait, what? That exists?
You know, though, honestly, the reason I've never gotten into MOBAs is because the communities in them are real toxic, man. So
toxic. Yeah, it's terrible.
Like, I asked a question one time in like a Dota 2 game, and I got just railed at for like 5 minutes about how stupid my question was. Got called all kinds of slurs. Like it was ridiculous. Like it was too much.
The only thing weird about this shit is though that you can't save your game on Pokemon Gold. Like on this one, I don't know, something messed up with it that you got to only play one run through the whole game.
Oh, you know what? It's probably got a CMOS battery, a 2032 battery in there that died.
Yeah. You could probably pop it open and replace that.
You could go on eBay. They still sell them, and you pop it open. You got to desolder it and solder a new battery. Basically, those memory cards, for sure. Those memory cards had a battery attached to them to keep the memory, pretty much. Once that battery dies, it could no longer save or load from that.
I kind of like it like that. It's like Returnal.
Gotta keep going.
Fucking Pokemon Gold it. Like,
man,
that's terrible.
We need to get Tony on Twitch. He can just live stream him running through the game.
A speed run real quick. That's crazy.
So what else? There's the OLED Nintendo Switch that they announced.
Piece of shit. Don't waste your money on it.
I don't understand that announcement. That's so weird, man. There was so much hype leading up to that. Like it's going to be 4K, and the hardware is going to be so much more powerful. And they gave us what, a little extra bit on the screen.
Yeah, it's like slightly larger, and it has the screen just looks much better.
Honestly,
and I think it's a comparable price to the original Switch release, so I don't think it's like expensive. So like, if you don't own a Switch and you're gonna buy a Switch, it's probably the version you should buy.
Yeah,
but I don't think anybody who owns a Switch should be going out of their way to like sell their Switch to get the OLED one, unless you're just like you're just like
a go
love
hard
Nintendo so much and use your Switch so much that
Didn't Doey sell his in preparation for this one coming out?
Yeah. And he regrets
I guess he's going to get the slightly upgraded one then.
No, he said he's not getting it. He said he regret.
Really?
Yeah, he said he regret getting it or selling his old one. But I mean, he's going to end up buying it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was thinking that it was going to be some kind of like super switch where it was going to have some extra hardware so you could play games at like 60 FPS and the screen would look better. Maybe the Joy-Cons looked a little different, felt a little bit, but it's like
maybe they wouldn't
everything's
drift.
The same. Yeah, maybe they don't drip. No, everything's the same. You just got an OLED screen.
If they had a bigger battery on it, now okay,
right?
Because I'm gonna have to buy a second one, but I'm actually gonna go for the Lite. I'm not gonna get a full-fledged Switch.
You can give the boy a dedicated one, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I'm just, I play Castle Crashers. If y'all have never played that one, it's just like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Pretty fun game. But this little turtle get on there and delete my save after I sit there for like 2 hours playing it. I got like a couple of characters level 20. He's all right, cool. Pick this up tomorrow. Nope. Log back into it. Levels 1. So.
Yeah, no, I was actually pretty hyped about Castle Crashers because growing up, man, Tom Fulp was the homie. All right,
yeah,
I played Alien Hominid on Newgrounds. Yeah, oh my god, I used to go to Newgrounds every day to see like what new games I could play on there or what like videos, the Flash movies that people were making.
I want to say that our high school blocked Newgrounds from being able to be accessed from the school.
Oh yeah,
I don't think you could get to Newgrounds from the school because so many people were playing those Flash games on there.
Yeah, there was that Pico School about the kid. There's another Tom Fulp game that basically it came out right after the fucking Columbine shooting. Basically, some kids shoot up the whole school, and then you need to grab a gun and go kill the guys that are shooting up the school. Yeah, I used to love this game.
I never played that one. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude.
That shit sounds wild.
Yeah, it's a Flash game. It's stupid. Yeah. It's edgy. It was like that era. But yeah, it's a Tom Fulp game. I remember he canceled Pico School too. I was so sad as a kid. I was maybe like 12. And he was
playing as the same character? Did his school just get shot up again and he had to go and grab a gun? Was that going to be the plan?
I think I don't know. He announced the game and then he canceled it. Probably because he got that PS2 deal to make like a real video game and make some real money. But I was bummed out about that. But yeah, I was hyped. Castle Crashers was awesome. So,
it holds up too. They for the Nintendo store they have a remastered version. I couldn't tell you the differences, but it still plays the same.
My problem with the Nintendo store is that they don't drop any of the fucking prices. Like never. The game's been out for years. Mario Kart, and it's like it's still $60. It's like, bro, fuck out of here. It doesn't need to be that expensive anymore. Like, you made your money. Like, why are we doing this?
Yep.
And it stops me from buying any of the fucking games. Like,
they put a bunch of just trash on there too. Like, if you look, you gotta go on the deals or the below $5 games, and it's just a bunch of garbage. Like, it's nothing you would ever want to buy, even for $2.
Yeah. I agree. This shit's terrible. They need to definitely do something. Like, if they want to hold people to continue, they need to do something.
Yeah, they need a middle of the road. They got your $60 over here and your $2 over there. Like, throw me a $20 or $30 game. We'll see how that works out.
Exactly, a good one too. Not no bullshit one, but
yeah.
And then
that's why I kind of miss the old way that these companies used to manage like their stores, like if back in the day when you went on Steam, the only games that were on Steam were good games. Like pretty much you could just go on Steam and buy anything because it was either AAA or it was like indie games that received like the golden seal of approval, and they were just good. Like everything was good, and now it's like. There's pros and cons, right? Now anybody could make a game and try to and put it on Steam and maybe it blows up. Like maybe Toby Fox, like the guy who made Undertale, maybe his game would have never passed. They would have looked at it and been like, "Oh, this is a shit. We're not putting it on the store." But it turns out it's a great game, So like you're probably gonna miss out on some of those types of games. But it just sucks that like as a user, I can't go to the store and just easily find indie games that I think I would enjoy. It's like it feels like such a gamble now.
So you're saying pro, anyone can make a game. Con, anyone can make a game.
100%.
Pretty much.
100%.
So you just need you need a gatekeeper again. The gatekeeper left. That's what it is right now. The gatekeeper left.
What is coming out right now that we're excited about? Obviously, Battlefield, right?
So I'm glad that we're talking about that because I was bringing it up. Battlefield has full-on customizable fucking servers, bro.
Yes.
You can play Battlefield 3 maps. I mean, Battlefield 3 characters and the guns and stuff that was in Battlefield 3, Bad Company shit, old-ass war. I forgot which war was it, but
no, it's 19. So it's Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and 1942.
1942. Yeah, you can play all that.
Yeah.
No 4, 5, or 1.
No.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm well. The reason why maybe 4 and 5 wasn't in there because mostly the 4 is because they got the 2042 thing. So it's just like it's a little too close, but the other ones were better. But either way,
I just want some Operation Hurt Locker, you know.
Oh yeah, that they should have brought that map back instead of Caspian Border and I forgot the other one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they'll release it as DLC here. It's 3 months after you buy the game.
I tell you what, I wanted to see.
EA's been pretty good about that. They don't do DLCs anymore like that. Like they do like the whole like you just have to buy in to their like the
season pass
or whatever. And once you buy in, you get everything for free. Or they do everything's free, but then they have microtransactions out the wazoo. It's like they're two models right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be
kind of good for gamers. I don't give a fuck about microtransactions. I don't buy the outfits. I don't buy the skins. I don't care. And so I just get to, games like Fortnite, they're just free to me. Like I just get to play them. You know what I mean? You know, and that's good for me, I guess. But
this is going to be amazing because they're dropping Portal with it the same day. And then that's how you'll be able to play all those old maps and the servers that you can create. Like if you guys
are dropping
It's
Portal?
It's called Portal. Yeah, it's called
Valve
Portal.
game.
No. That's what they're.
Is that going to be their new launcher?
No. It's the customization piece of the game. It's called Battlefield Portal.
Yeah,
I see.
I just said Portal,
and you can play those with like updated graphics. Is the thought process
right? You play it all in the 2042 engine, but basically what it is they took the Unreal Engine and made it to where you can just snap pieces together instead of having to write the code, so you can make your own whatever.
Yeah,
like the video is actually really cool on it. If you,
I need to check that out.
Yeah,
it's fucking it's amazing.
It looks pretty dope. What I wanted to see was the bipedals from 2142 come back. Dude, to this day, my favorite game mode in Battlefield is Titan. Still, that was so fun. It was the one where you had the big ass airships, right? And you fought for missile silos on the ground. It's kind of like normal Battlefield mode, but you hold the missile silos and they'll launch towards the enemy's ship. And once their shields are down, then you board their ship and blow it the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was so fun, chaotic. It was great.
It was so good. Battlefield 2142 has this very special place in my heart just for that game mode. Plus mechs. Like, I'm a sucker for mech. Corey's a sucker for mechs, too.
Yeah.
I never played 2142. So
it was...
I missed out on it completely.
It was underrated for sure. Like, I will say that some of the gunplay in it felt a little sluggish, but everything else made up for it.
Yeah, I just think they should have done this like with Battlefield 4, like their own, like the servers and stuff, because you literally can make your own fucking multiplayer however you want. Like they have one was quality over quantity game mode where it's 5 or 4 of the 2042 Battlefield player characters and their guns versus 30 of the 1942 characters and their guns. And you just gotta like outlast it and shit. Like it's fucking crazy. You can also play against AI bots with certain difficulties. Like us 4 can just drop in there versus 50 fucking bots that are the highest difficulties and play the game. You could do one tank versus fucking 50 people with repair torches and shit. Bro, it's crazy what you can do in that game now. Like you can add only Battlefield 3 guns for one group of people, and then for the other group of people, you can have just like fucking reviver, medical fucking
defibs,
defibs. Yeah, thanks. defibs versus knives or defib versus repair torch. It's crazy the shit you can do. And it gets even deeper than that because now you can change the amount of damage each gun does per headshot, body shot. Like there's a lot. There's a lot of shit.
So Tony, I will say that I still don't take back my statement about Battlefield just giving us a bunch of old shit and saying that it's new, because Counter-Strike was doing this for fucking years, dude. For so long. There was gun game. There were knife fight servers. Like this has existed for forever. It's very cool though that Battlefield is bringing this in because it does sound pretty exciting.
No, yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say this is like no different than like what Counter-Strike servers do, and like what the Team Fortress servers do, where they have like full RPG games like baked into just like, oh, just jump in this Team Fortress server and you just gotta like do work and do things and your character levels up, it gains experience. Like it sounds stupid, but like people have made entire games out of just like tweaking with the multiplayer settings on stuff.
No, yeah, I think it's just cool that it's on console now. Like we'll be able to do that on console. You know, like a lot of the PC games you can do that easily. But I just thought it was cool because it's going to be on console, and I'm hoping that Discord finally drops around that same time on the PlayStation, because that's going to be epic. We'll all be able to get in there, chat, and play. Like,
I'll be in that voice chat a lot more once PlayStation has the Discord support, because like I'm the opposite of Pucho. Like my favorite gaming is still on my PC, so I have to sit here. This is why I'm kind of excited about the Steam Deck, because I can be sitting down on the couch with my headset on for the PlayStation. I can chat with you all while I'm over there playing, Hollow Knight or whatever I'm going to play.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's definitely going to be that's one of my favorite things right now. It's coming out. Once Battlefield comes out, Call of Duty's just not playing it no more. I'm going to be straight Battlefield horror, dropping into all these maps. And you thought Call of Duty was bad dropping in Verdansk. I'm going to be dropping in a lot of shit.
If Battlefield comes out and I see Tony is online in Verdansk, I'm going to just go over and I'm just going to destroy his PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Verdansk has tarnished my friendship with Tony a little bit. I'm not kidding. I don't play games with Tony no more. Just straight like that.
You remember that
we
time?
We would regularly like link up in a party and talk and be like, oh, let's try this multiplayer game. Let's try this call. And now it's just like Tony gets online. I'd be online. He don't even care. He don't link. He don't shout out to me. Nothing. He just goes straight to Verdansk. He just drops right into the war zone. I don't even look for him no more. I'm just like, when I see him come online and he goes into Verdansk, it doesn't even hurt my feelings anymore. I'm just like, he's an addict. He's having his own.
He has a problem.
He's going through his own stuff. I just gotta.
He's relapsing.
We've already had multiple interventions. He's not accepting. He's already done the rehabs. He's come back and still just gone right back to Verdansk. So there's no helping this guy.
He can quit anytime he wants.
He's got Verdansk pulled up on that TV in his room right now.
Nah, it's off. That
turns the TV on. The game's already there on Verdansk.
These guys are wild.
Other games that I'm excited about.
There's new Hollow Knight.
I don't know why I didn't love Hollow Knight that much.
I enjoy it. I'm not great at it, but I enjoy it.
I beat it.
It's a little bit more accessible than some of those other roguelites you like. So maybe that's the reason, because it doesn't feel
not a roguelike though. Right?
Or not a roguelike.
It's like a Metroidvania.
There we go. Yeah, Metroidvania. But it's a little bit easier than some of those. Like
I found some of those fights to be hard in that game. I hated the map. It's like it felt so hard to kind of like wait. Like you look at the map and say, all right, how do I get over there? And you go, okay, I guess I'll try to go through this area. Mm-hmm. And it's just not clear that you can't get there through that, because that one spot is like a one way. And I spent so much time trying to get places in Hollow Knight, and I found it frustrating. I did love the world, the music, the combat was fun.
I really do like all the character designs and like just the graphics in general in that game.
Yeah, I love whenever you get to there's like a city that's like raining. It's like, I guess
I don't think I've made it there yet.
Oh man, the ambiance is so cool there. It feels depressing. Like it feels like you found like a lost civilization, and it I don't know. It felt really cool. I really enjoyed like that part of the game. So I don't know. Maybe if Hollow Knight 2 fixes some of those problems, I'll be way more excited about it. I'm hyped for Elden Ring. Like the new like George R. R. Martin / like Soulsborne kind of game. I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be open world with like sneaking mechanic. Like it's basically them trying to make a more maybe slightly more Western styled game. But.
And because I think because Martin's a part of it, there's going to be so much more lore tied to that game that it's just going to have you reading stuff and doing God knows how many side quests to figure out more pieces of information.
I hope the game actually has the lore built into the game and not where I have to read
go
books.
to a website or something. Yeah,
that's my least favorite part of those games. It's like I don't want to read all these item descriptions and build out the story in my head. Like I read books already. Like I don't want to play my games to read a book either. Like,
fight this boss for 40 minutes so you can read a book.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
No, I mean, that's cool. They're building out like cool worlds. It's just not the way that I want to consume it. And that's one thing, like that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice game, the samurai one they made, the stories are a little bit more in your face. So, and that felt a little bit better for me. Like, I'm hoping this is in that same direction.
I need to check out that one. I've heard good things about that. What is that zombie game you were stoked for, Tony?
Oh, yes.
Fuck. It's not. Is it the day before?
No,
it's a different one, right?
It's a different one. It's for PC.
Yeah, I remember you showing us the video for that one. It looked real damn cool, but I cannot remember the name of that one.
Oh.
I was frantically trying to find it here. I had that trailer though, where they were like at the gas station.
Yes.
It's like another Left 4 Dead, like that one.
No, it's like I think it's called The Walking Dead.
No, it's
no.
Something like
there's a VR title for that, which looks pretty cool, but I haven't played it.
That name is trademarked, Tony. It can't be called The Walking Dead.
Yeah, there is that too. Yeah.
But oh my god, Mateo.
So while you're googling that, I'm also hyped for Final Fantasy 16. I'm glad they're going back to like a fantasy setting. I think it's going to be a great game. So especially coming off the heels of the Final Fantasy 7 remake, I think you're going to kind of get like a blend of that combat in a different world. That I think is going to be really cool.
I haven't seen any confirmation that you're going to be able to kill Chaos in that game, though.
I think it's a fact that you will not be able to kill Chaos. And the only other thing and it's highly speculative, Naughty Dog hasn't announced anything that they're really working on past like The Last of Us 2. And they have 2 dev teams. So like they're cooking something up. I'm just kind of excited to see what it is. Like they dropped Uncharted 4 and then I know their team was making Lost Legacy. That came out. Their other team was already working on Last of Us 2. That Uncharted 4 team has to be working on something, and I'm kind of hyped to see like what it is. I hope it's not another Uncharted game. But
are they going to do a soft reboot of that series with his daughter?
I think they could. Like spoilers, but the ending for Uncharted 4.
That game's been out for 2 years. There should
have been
free zone at this point.
Yeah.
But
I dropped a spoiler tweet for Metal Gear Solid 5 this morning. That's just a spoiler. The ending, it ends, you're playing as Nathan Drake's daughter, and very briefly, just to get to like the epilogue or whatever, and you see she has interests in exploring and things like that, similar to Nathan.
I think if they did a no combat Uncharted, if they figured out some way to do like a no gunplay Uncharted, I think that'd be pretty fucking cool.
I mean, they could. I'm playing this game, a Plague's Tale or Plague Tale or something.
Yeah.
The game is great. And as of right now, there's a few combat sections, but it's really just a puzzle. It's like you got to like avoid some hits and then like hit the enemy in very specific spots. And then that guy was the second guy that I've killed so far in like 6 hours of game. It really feels like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that indie game. Also great. It's that era in Steam where everything was good. It's like I saw this Brothers game and I just bought it, you know? Like, I can't do that on Steam no more.
And the
game, did you kill the person or did you get rats to kill them?
I killed the person. I just got rats to kill a person right now too. Anyways, good game. And I think if they can make a game that's like that's really puzzly and just cinematic, I think Naughty Dog could figure something out. That's my point.
So the name of that game, Mateo, is The Day Before.
The Day Before.
That game, I'm really interested in it because I don't play PC as much, but that
it looks like zombies plus the Division plus a little bit of Last of Us, some combination of those three.
Yeah, it's definitely an open world fucking game. It's super like multiplayer, like player versus like everybody, and us four drop into a world and we're just scavenging, trying to survive and doing tasks. I guess I don't know too much about it yet because they haven't released a lot, and people can come and attack us and kill us and take our shit.
Oh yeah, I saw a video on like they were in a high-rise building with a store on the first floor, and that yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
And then they ended up in the somewhere in the lands with a house and a gas station and shit. Yeah, it looks really good, but then again, I'm also deciding whether or not if I should just switch to just console or just PC. Like and just stop playing on like my PS5 for certain things. I don't know because it's just weird.
Are you waiting on some games to come out? Because I've been kind of looking for a PS5, but I don't feel any rush right now. Because like, what is there right now? Returnal, I guess, would be the main game that I would want to pick up on PS5 and play. But I'm in no rush to play that one.
Well, you're gonna have. Well, I was gonna say Back 4 Blood, but Back 4 Blood's on PC too.
Back 4 Blood is one that I'm excited about, dude.
That's gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait for that. I think
like Returnal. I don't know if Final Fantasy VII ever dropped on PC.
Oh, the
original, not the remake.
Well, yeah, okay, that's what I meant. Like the remake, like when Remake 2 comes out or whenever, maybe on the PS6, it's like you'll probably want to play that. I don't know if Final Fantasy 16. Square usually releases their games on PCs just like a year, 2 years after release for whatever reason.
No, I've heard that by fall, by fall/early winter, they're estimating or they're speculating that PS5s are going to be more available by that point. That's what they're claiming. But with the Delta variant and COVID and cases rising again, we'll see if there is another round of shortages for various computer parts and things like that.
This shit's
I know that Sony does a lot of its manufacturing and stuff like that in like China and in Korea. And those places have obliterated the coronavirus. So even with the Delta variant, I'd imagine that I feel like those places could
the chip shortages.
Right, the chip shortage is really what the problem is.
I think there's like a rare earth material shortage right now too, which I think a lot of those mines are in South America and Africa. I believe. I'm not positive.
Yeah, I know for sure in Africa is where I know where some of those chips come from, but like the materials to make them and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of a fucked up situation. Because like it's not just PS5s, it's even like Xboxes, it's even all these like graphics cards and things like that. Like they just haven't been able to produce them at the quantities that they would like because of COVID, pretty much.
And that's without even working in the stupid bots scooping up all those video cards for crypto mining.
Yep.
Crazy stuff, dude.
Also, Hot Wheels is dropping too.
Hot Wheels?
Yes. Yep. I'm on that one. I'm gonna have to get it because him.
It looks pretty interesting. I mean, it's just Hot Wheels, but
if it's anything like the N64 Hot Wheels game, I think it'll be amazing. The N64 Hot Wheels game was so incredible. Games at that time were just different. It'd be like you play a map and the maps had like secret areas that you could get to, not just to like speed through the level quicker, but you could unlock things. Like I remember those Hot Wheels games. They had a number of secret areas for like
Turok Rage Wars.
They had a number of secret areas for unlocking different cars, unlocking different skins for different cars, unlocking upgrades. That game was really a almost like it was like an event. Like, I don't know. Basically, you explored the track a lot more than you just like raced it. Like in those old Hot Wheels game, I thought it was really cool. I'm not a big racing guy, but I really enjoyed that game for that reason.
There was a Micro Machines game on PlayStation 1 that I played the absolute shit out of. It was super fun.
I'm still waiting for them to drop a remake of Bad Fur Day, Conker's Bad Fur Day. That was,
I mean, they
that
came
was
out with
my
a sequel
shit.
On the Xbox, right?
Yeah,
that was good. That was pretty good. I loved that game.
That game was amazing. This little squirrel just cursing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole like, fuck you, bitch.
Wait, I feel like we jumped over how excited we are for Back 4 Blood real quick though, because I'm going to tell you, those Left 4 Dead games are some of my favorite co-op experiences I've ever had in gaming. Like they're so well done, and this is made by I think a lot of the original developers of that series.
Yes,
it looks solid. It looks fun,
dude. It's as close to a Left 4 Dead 3 we're ever going to get.
Yeah. Felix had an Xbox back in the day before anybody I knew, a 360. I remember one time I went to Felix's house and I played Left 4 Dead at his crib, and I was so fucking hooked on this game. Something about it. It was one of the better gaming experiences I ever had on an Xbox, mind you, a console I've never owned. And I fucking adored the shit out of that game. And I played a shitload of it with Michael too. Michael loved playing Left 4 Dead. By the time Left 4 Dead 2 came out, though, I was kind of burnt out on that formula. I hope this game is like different enough from that, and it isn't just like a Left 4 Dead 3. Like I don't know. I feel like I need something a little bit more out of the game, like a little bit more of an objective, other than just get to this location.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll definitely play it.
Yeah, that's why I like Deep Rock Galactic so much. If y'all never played that one, it's a PC game. I think may have come out on console, but you're basically a team of 4 dwarves, and you're sent into this rock to mine, right? So you have a primary and a secondary objective. The levels are always procedurally generated. You'll never play the same level twice, and the objectives change every time you drop. And it's just it keeps you engaged because you're always doing something different.
One of the best and most involved dev teams of any game right now too. Like they are constantly adding new shit into the game. They're one of the few devs that I've bought like cosmetic packs for just because of how dedicated they are to keeping the game fresh and adding new things in. And they listen to the community. They do lots of community streams and take suggestions, and fantastic dev team.
Yeah. The point I was making with that is if they did that with Back 4 Blood, I don't know how they would do the procedurally generated stuff, because the levels in Deep Rock are basically they're self-contained and they're easy to manipulate and create random versions of them. But I don't know how you would do that with like pre-built city assets or something like that. But I think gameplay like that would keep it fresh.
I think you could pull off the procedural stuff with the city, especially if it's like the original dev team, because they were kind of the Left 4 Dead series was really like one of the OGs of like, and Valve's done a lot of it too. Mm-hmm. All that procedural generated stuff where they procedurally generate the difficulty of the game. As strange as that sounds, like what zombies they throw at you and things like that, and they have like these. They have like these calculations in the background, figuring out how stressed the player is. So it's like how many bullets you have, how much health you have left, how many med kits you have, how many times you guys have been down. All that stuff gets calculated and gets put into some formula and then that formula, the result is how stressed out are they right now, and depending on that value is how many zombies they throw at you. How if they're gonna hit you with like 3 of those big fucking like Incredible Hulk enemies like back to back, like and that was one way that game remained fresh, because as you got better, you would encounter more nonsense because you were less stressed. You could probably kill more zombies with less bullets. You probably didn't get hurt that much because you remember the maps, and then they'll throw more sirens, more everything at you, and it was I thought that was pretty cool. And if Mateo says a lot of the same dev team. I think they could pull stuff like that off and make it more interesting than just like
for
enemies
sure
or whatever.
So, I'm pretty sure that one released in October. That seems like an appropriate time to release that game.
Halloween time.
Is it an Unreal game too?
Do not know. I don't know offhand if it is or not. Is it a good thing or a bad thing if it's an Unreal game?
Oh, it's absolutely good. They've done a lot of good things with the newest iterations of Unreal. I tell you what I'm looking forward to, and I might catch some heat from this just because of the ongoing issues with said company, but I'm really looking forward to Diablo 2 Resurrected. I know Mateo's got reservations.
Yeah, dude. I think I told you this before. I dropped off the Blizzard train back when they did that. They were suppressing the free Hong Kong movement stuff. I thought it was kind of shitty the way they approached that with some of their tournaments, things like that. And then I played a little bit of Overwatch with these guys in the last few months, but I'm kind of back on the fuck Blizzard train again. It doesn't fix anything. Obviously, I'm one consumer. It's definitely an industry wide issue from what I've heard.
Yeah,
Blizzard is the most high profile like example of this so far. I think Activision had some nonsense go down to, or when they were their own solo company, and I think Ubisoft has had some stuff. Like, it's obviously an industry wide issue, but
and also Back 4 Blood is being developed by Turtle Rock Studios and being published by Warner Brothers.
Turtle Rock didn't they do CZ?
Fuck. Tony heard 0 words that you said. Unless Tony's down with Blizzard and he's just trying to suppress all Blizzard criticism.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little bummed out about that because I'm a little excited for Overwatch 2 and this whole sexual allegations and the harassment and all that shit kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth.
That panel video was real fucking gross.
Oh my God. You saw that shit? Dude, this is like back in 2010 or something, 2009. Some woman walks up to a panel and she basically asks like, yo, you guys, Blizzard, you guys make a lot of cool, strong female characters, but are you guys looking into maybe making women that don't look like they're coming out of like a male, like a catalog. Like basically all the women are overly sexualized, and she was saying like they look like they come out of a porno magazine, is what she's saying. And she's like, are you looking into not doing that? And their response was like, we make strong, we make really cool females, women characters. Like, could you picture this character any other way? And then they're like, we'll look into changing which catalog they come out of. Like basically saying we're gonna keep them sexual, we'll
use Penthouse.
It was kind of funny and tone deaf maybe in that time. Like I think it was kind of shitty. Now with the context of like what's been going on there, it just looks like it's like, how fucking stupid could you guys be? Like,
on that panel is one of the dudes that is like one of the main people that they are complaining about in this I think it's a civil suit.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Or no, it's not a civil suit. It's an actual. It's from the department in California, I guess. Oh. But yeah, one of the dudes that's named in that a lot is one of the guys from the panel.
Crazy.
But Diablo 2 remake does seem interesting. Although I'm always weary about spending money on just an updated version of an old game.
Oh no, it's not just that. They're adding a lot of features to it. But I mean, Diablo 2 was such an iconic game for me when it first came out. I poured hours and hours listening to Toxicity playing that game, just back-to-back magic runs. Like, let's see how we can kill the most things the quickest. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was super fun.
I think y'all are forgetting how grindy that game was and how much time y'all spent just doing the same thing over and over and over again.
The game is a grind. You could call it Grind 2. Like, that's what it is. But I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. It's just nonstop action. I found it enjoyable.
Well, I think we that Diablo game and Back 4 Blood game is definitely top 2 picks right now for
Battlefield.
Nah, not even Battlefield. I just lost interest in Battlefield, right? Of course, fucking Battlefield's the only game I'm fucking. What the hell? Being sarcastic as shit right now. Even though Back 4 Blood would be cool because we can play, but I think Doughboy would ruin that game for me. If there's any type of looting system or chest system in that game where you pick up guns that are dropped, it is gone, and Doughboy's there swiping it up.
The man's going to be juggling 5 chainsaws and all the best shotguns in the game.
Oh, this is the one that dropped. No, bitch, that's not the one.
Here's my old pistol.
In Borderlands 1, he'd go and pick up all the shotguns and the assault rifles, and he'll just throw his pistols down. He'll go, yeah, I don't know. The chest just had white pistols. You're like huh? Really? Fuck. You ran off in the middle of the fight, to open the chest.
Yeah, like, no, he doesn't help with the fight
there were enemies over there.
That was the second worst thing he does. He doesn't help with any of the tasks. It doesn't help fighting. He runs away from it. And it's like, bro, like, you're going to steal this shit. At least help us with it. Like,
it's an addiction, dude. He was addicted to getting the loot. He ran off mid-fight to go and get, like, fucking guns. That shit's crazy to me. He'd be like, yo, all right, Pooch and Tony, they could take it away from here. I'm going to run off and just get the items right now. And then we used to chase after him, leaving the enemies alive too. And then just stand there. He'd be like, what are you guys doing here? Huh?
You guys are not fighting?
And then no one would open the chest. We would just look at it. And it was so stupid.
If a game has shared loot like that, that game also needs team damage.
Yeah, you need to be able to kill your friends.
Yeah.